how journaling has kept me sober for 8.5 years. Obviously, in this video, by the title, you're going to see how and why journaling has been so important for me in my sobriety and especially my long-term recovery. There's two phases of recovery, obviously the getting sober part and then the staying sober part. And as you can guess, the staying sober one can be a lot longer of a process. So I really wanted to make this video because I've been talking a lot about journaling lately, and I think it's such an important piece to recovery. And I think it's such an important aspect to understand and start implementing in your life to really be able to find out a lot about yourself. What I've found with journaling is that in doing so, I'm able to develop a deeper connection with myself. For a long time, I was like, journaling's kind of lame. Like, why would I need to write anything down? I'll just think it. But what I found is that when I was able to write it down, I was able to read it almost like a book. So I was able to look at the situation or the thought a lot more objectively. And this greatly enabled me to be able to start to understand things a little different than when they were just swimming around into my head. I said in the past video, I'm a bit of a ruminator, so I need to get it out of my head into the physical to really be able to understand why X, Y, or Z does X, Y, or Z, right? And so once I'm able to see it kind of on paper, I'm able to process it a lot better than when it's just in my head. So journaling as well, it's really gonna help you start to set goals for yourself and start to be able to map out your day in a way that's gonna be healthy and productive. When I was smoking weed, I was not a healthy person. I was watching things I shouldn't watch. I was eating foods I shouldn't eat. And because of it, I was a very unhappy person. So what I found is I needed to develop some discipline when I got sober, when I started out my weed journey. And kind of the number one way to do that is to start to create a game plan and structure for yourself. So that's what I did. I started to write out what I wanted to do for my day, the goals I had set out to accomplish before I went to bed at night. Even little things is like going to the grocery store, right? Making a meal, cooking a meal, because I knew I needed to be cooking instead of eating out and stuff. So when I was able to write it down, it helped me start to stay accountable to those goals. Go to the gym, right? That was another big one. And this is what I coach people on and help people with, is to be able to write that down for themselves and to be able to start to make a game plan every single day. First thing you do in the morning, right? And this really helps you be able to hold yourself accountable and want to be able to finish what you set out to do at the beginning of the day. It kind of primes your mind that, hey, this is what I got to do today, and I'm going to do whatever I have to do it, right? Because let's be frank, with weed, we were able to do whatever it took to get stoned, whatever it took to get the weed, whatever it took to get the bag. So we have that energy of being able to get stuff done. It just obviously wasn't productive stuff. So now if we can use that energy into stuff that is going to help us and move us forward on our path, on our journey in our life, we're going to find a lot more benefit from it than obviously when we're trying to get high every day. So this is just going to be a quick one, guys, and I really want to encourage you to start journaling if you haven't. This is my journal right here that I'm using. It's from my good friend Andy Holt, and you've seen him on the channel before, and you can actually pick up one of these yourself in the link below. He lives in the UK, so it'll get shipped to you in a couple weeks, and it's a great journal because he really kind of breaks it down well on how to properly set up your day. So each day, as you can see, you write out 3 things you're grateful for, which is super important. 3 small things you're going to do today, and then affirmations. And at the end of the day, you get to check it out, write the things that you did do well, and then things that you can improve on. And just doing this every day, right, it's very simple, but it creates a really strong habit that is going to kind of help you down the line, especially for some of you guys, you want to develop a career, you want to make money, and you can't do that if you are obviously smoking weed, 1, and 2, if you are not being productive with your time properly. So this is a great way to organize your time in a way that's going to really help you and excel you on your journey in whatever it is.
So an example of how you might be able to set this up, like let's say you're doing this example I just shared, it would be something like this. Okay, 3 things I want to do today. I want to stay off weed until X, Y, or Z time, right? I want to throw away my pipes. I want to reach out to a family member, someone, a support system. I want to watch some videos on quitting weed. So putting these things in your day-to-day can really help you if you're in the beginning stages of quitting weed.
So I'm gonna make a video soon talking about exactly all the details in this journal, but until then, you can pick one up down with the link below. And as always, you can schedule a consult with me down below. We'll hop on a 40-minute call and find out where you are in your journey and how I can be of assistance to you. And if I can be of assistance to you, I'm really here to help hold you accountable and give you some tools and some strategies that are gonna help you get through the withdrawal process a lot faster and a lot easier and smoother than if you were to do it by yourself. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be tough. However, I always find that if I'm doing something difficult and I have someone there holding my hand and keeping me accountable and as well encouraging me, I find that I can get through it a lot easier than when I do things on my own. So with that, guys, share this with anyone you think you might need it, and talk to you soon. Peace.